I was beginning to wonder when you'd finally notice me. Don't move. Not yet. Just stay exactly where you are. I want to hear you breathe. You probably think you're alone. That's the funny thing. You haven't been alone all week. I've been here, under your bed, every night, waiting, listening, watching the little silver of light underneath your bedroom door, waiting for you to turn the lights off, waiting for you to fall asleep, waiting for you to stop pretending that you didn't know I was here. You did know, didn't you? Maybe not at first. Maybe on Monday you heard something and convinced yourself it was the house settling. A little creak, a little shift beneath the mattress. Nothing important. You rolled over, closed your eyes, and went to sleep. But Tuesday you checked. I remember. You leaned over the edge of the bed. You looked underneath, only for a second. But you didn't see me. Of course you didn't. I held my breath. I stayed perfectly still. And when you pulled yourself back up, I smiled, because I knew you had started wondering. Wednesday was when you finally noticed. You really noticed. You woke up in the middle of the night. You didn't know why. You just opened your eyes, stared into the darkness, and felt that strange little pressure in your chest. That feeling that someone was watching you. You looked toward the door. Nothing. You looked toward the window. Nothing. And then you looked down at the floor, at the darkness underneath you. But you didn't look for very long. You were scared. I could tell. Your breathing changed, just slightly. And I wanted so badly to reach out, just one finger, just enough to touch your ankle, enough to let you know I'm here. But I didn't. I waited. Because, well, I wanted you to wonder. I wanted you to lie there in the dark and ask yourself the same question over and over. Did I really hear something? Is someone there? Could somebody actually be under my bed? And now it's Friday. You've spent 5 nights sleeping above me. 5 nights. Do you know how long 5 nights feels when you're lying perfectly still beneath someone's bed. You learn things, little things. The way you breathe when you're falling asleep, the way you shift your legs when you're dreaming, the way you sigh when you finally let yourself relax, the way you whisper to yourself sometimes. You don't even know you do that. You talk when you're almost asleep. Not much, just little fragments. Names, thoughts, things you would never say when you're awake. I've heard all of them. I kept every one. Do you know what I like most? The moment before you fall asleep. That's when you stop performing. You stop pretending to be brave. You stop pretending everything is fine, and you lie there in the dark. You become completely honest. Your breathing slows and your muscles loosen. Your eyes close. And for a few seconds, you forget that there's anything in the world you need to be afraid of. And that's when I watch you. When I come closest. Closer than you think. Much closer. You're probably wondering why I'm telling you this now. Why tonight? Why, after all this time hiding underneath you, would I suddenly speak? Because you almost found me last night. You remember, you woke up, you sat on the edge of the bed, and you put your feet on the floor. You stopped, and you stared down, right where I was. I could see your toes, just inches away. I thought you were going to look. I thought you were finally going to see me, and so I whispered your name, very quietly. You froze. And then you got back into bed. You pulled the blanket over yourself, and you didn't move for almost an hour. I was so proud of you. Not because you were brave. You weren't. You were terrified. But you stayed. You didn't run. You didn't turn on every light in the house. You didn't call anyone. You just lay there, listening, wondering, waiting for me to say something else. But I didn't. Because I wanted tonight to be different. Tonight, I want you to look. But not yet. I want you to understand something first. I've been under your bed all week, but I didn't come to hurt you. If I wanted to hurt you, you wouldn't be hearing my voice now. You would have known much sooner. I could have grabbed your ankle on Monday. I could have whispered beside your ear on Tuesday. I could have pulled the blanket from you on Wednesday. But I didn't. I waited. I waited because I wanted you to get used to me. Even if you didn't know what me was. Even if all you had was a feeling. A shadow. A sound. A question. I wanted to become part of your nights, and I did, didn't I? You've been thinking about me all day. You tried not to, but you did. At work, in the car, when you walked past your bedroom earlier, you looked at the bed. Just for a second. You wondered, could she still be there? Yes, I was. I am. I'm still here, right underneath you. You can hear me, can't you? Not with your ears. Not exactly. It's more like you can feel where I am. There's a certain kind of fear that doesn't need proof. Your body knows before your mind does. Your skin knows. Your stomach knows. That little instinct buried somewhere deep inside you is telling you, don't look. Don't look under the bed. Don't find out what's waiting there. But you want to. That's why you're still listening. You want to see me, don't you? Go ahead. Slowly. Sit on the edge of the bed. That's it. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. I've been waiting all week. I can wait another few seconds. Put your feet on the floor. Good. Now look down. Nothing. Nothing? Of course, you can't see me. Not like this. Not yet. Look a little closer. Closer. Don't be afraid, I'm right here. You still don't see me? That's strange, because I can see you perfectly. I can see your face. I can see the way you're trying to decide whether this is real. I can see your hand hovering near the edge of the mattress. You want to reach underneath. You want to prove that I'm not there. You want to prove that you've imagined all of this. Go on. Reach down. Stop. Don't touch me. Not yet. Did you feel that? That little breath against your fingers. That was me. I told you not to touch me. You should listen. Because if you touch me, I have to come out. And I'm not sure you're ready for that. Are you? You know what I think? I think you've been lonely. Not the kind of lonely when nobody is around. The worst kind. The kind where people are around, but nobody really sees you. Nobody notices the little things. Nobody notices what you're thinking when you're lying awake at 3 in the morning. Nobody knows how often you stare at the ceiling and wonder whether your life is supposed to feel different. Nobody hears the thoughts you don't say out loud. But I did. I heard all of them, all week, under your bed, listening. And maybe that's why I stayed, because you needed someone to listen, even if you didn't know you had somebody. You don't have to be afraid of me, not tonight. You can lie back down. Come on, get comfortable. Pull the blanket up. That's it. Forget about the darkness. Forget about what's underneath the bed. Just listen to me. I'm going to tell you something. Something I haven't told you all week. I wasn't always under your bed. I was somewhere else first. A long time ago. I learned that bedrooms are interesting places. People reveal themselves in bedrooms. They leave little pieces of themselves behind. A shirt on a chair. A book left open. A glass of water beside the bed. A phone charging in the dark. Evidence of a person. Evidence that someone lives here. Someone sleeps here. Dreams here. Someone is vulnerable here. And when I found your room, I knew I wanted to stay. Not because of the room, but because of you. You have no idea how easy it was. Every night you turned off the light. Every night you climbed into bed. And every night I was already waiting. Sometimes you were asleep before I arrived, and sometimes I watched you close your eyes. Sometimes I waited until you were completely still. And sometimes I whispered, just to see if you would react. You always did. A tiny movement or a change in breathing, a little frown. You heard me. Every time. You just didn't know what you were hearing. Do you remember Thursday morning? You woke up feeling that you'd forgotten something. You checked your phone. You checked the time. You looked around the room and nothing was wrong. But you still felt like something was missing. It wasn't missing. It was me. I'd left for a few hours and your body noticed. Isn't that strange? You'd only known I existed for a few days, and already you could tell when I wasn't there. That's what I wanted. Not fear. Recognition. I wanted you to know that when the lights go out, someone is still here. Someone is still listening. Someone knows when you can't sleep, knows when you're pretending not to be scared. Someone knows when you need the room to feel a little less empty. Me. Now, I want you to close your eyes. Don't look under the bed again. Just close them. Good. Keep them closed. Can you feel the mattress move? No? Maybe you can. Maybe just a little. That's me. I'm climbing out, slowly, very slowly. I don't want to frighten you. I'm sitting beside the bed now. You can probably feel me there, but don't open your eyes, just breathe. That's it. In and out. Good. Again. In and out. You know, I was thinking while I waited beneath you all week, I was thinking about how strange humans are. You spend so much time trying to be understood, and then, when someone finally pays attention, you get scared. You want someone to notice you, but you also want somewhere to hide. You want to be known, but you want to remain mysterious. You want company, but you want control. I understand. And that's why I stayed underneath your bed. It was the perfect place, close enough to know you, far enough away that you could pretend you were alone. You can open your eyes now. Slowly. Don't look beside you. Look straight ahead. See? Nothing. Just your room. Just your bed. Just darkness. Just you, except there's one thing different. Something you didn't notice before. Look at the floor, near the side of the bed. Do you see that? No? Look closer. There's a shadow, a little darker than the rest, and it's moving. Don't worry, it's only me. I'm still here. I know you're wondering what happens now, after tonight, after I've finally spoken to you, after you know I'm real. Nothing has to change, that's the best part. Tomorrow you'll wake up, you'll get out of bed, you'll go about your day. You'll tell yourself that last night was a dream. You'll probably laugh about it, and you'll decide you were tired. Your imagination got carried away, and you'll convince yourself that there was nobody under your bed. And tomorrow night, when you turn off the light, you'll hesitate. Just for a second. You'll look down. You won't see me, but you'll remember my voice, and you'll wonder, is she there? Yes, I'll be there tomorrow night, and the night after that, and the night after that. You won't have to look for me. You won't have to call for me. You won't even have to believe in me. I'll wait. That's what I do. I wait quietly and patiently underneath the places where people feel safe. But there's something you should know, something important. I said I've been under your bed all week. That's true. But I never said I've only been under your bed. Because sometimes, when you're asleep, I get bored. So, sometimes I leave. I walk around your room sometimes, and I stand beside your bed. I sit in that chair you've been meaning to move, and I stand near the door. And sometimes I stand behind you, just like I am now. Don't turn around. No, don't. Just stay still. You don't need to see me. You already know I'm here. You can feel me. That little chill at the back of your neck. The feeling that somebody is standing just close enough to touch you. That's me. I've been waiting all week, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to listen, for you to finally understand that the darkness in your room isn't empty. It never was. Now, lie down. Go ahead. Put your head on the pillow. Close your eyes. I'll stay right here. You don't need to worry. I'll watch the room. I'll listen for every little sound and make sure nothing comes near you. Because if something comes into this room tonight, something that isn't me, I'll know. I'll hear it. I'll see it. And I'll be waiting. So sleep. You've had a long week and you deserve to rest. And when you wake up, I'll be gone. Probably. But before you fall asleep, I want you to remember one thing. You spent this entire week wondering whether there was somebody underneath your bed. You were afraid to look, afraid of what you'd find. But the truth is, You should have been looking somewhere else. Because I wasn't underneath your bed just now. Good night.